All right, Shalom. This is Power Thumb of the Great Millstone Houston Camp, back with another lesson to edify the elect of the nation of Israel. So before I begin, as always, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shah, Ba'asham, Rachakwadash, the one us today with the apostles and the bishops of the Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessed salutation to the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of us so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and all the Israelites scattered abroad, who will receive this truth, enduring the truth unto the end. And the end is when our Lord Yahweh shall come to take out the so-called white man during World War III. All right, and the saints should be saved by our Lord Yahweh shall during this time of destruction by way of so-called UFOs. All right, so I want to get into this lesson. The title of this lesson will be, So Where Are They? Speaking of the Israelites, because the scriptures let us know through our understanding that the Israelites are not a people that's done away with in the new covenant that Yahweh Shah, whom the word initially called Jesus Christ, came to establish, did not open up salvation to all the believers, okay, of all different nations. So let's read Romans chapter 11 and verse 1 first. Let's start with this, Matthew chapter 10 and verse 5. These 12 Yahweh Shah sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not. All right, so this truth is not for other nations. It's not for you Gentiles. It's not for non-Israelites. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as you go, preach, saying, The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely you have received, freely give. All right. All right, so that's it. The truth, all right, in this word is only for the Israelites. Okay. Christianity is a lie. All right, and all other doctrines and philosophies that teach salvation for all nations is a lie. All right, so let's go here. This is Acts chapter 2 and verse 21. And it reads, And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved. Ye men of Israel, hear these words. Yahweh Shah of Nazareth, a man approved of Yahweh among you by miracles and wonders and signs, which Yahweh did by him in the midst of you, as ye yourselves also know. So the truth that's being preached, not by so-called Christian church, but by the Hebrew Israelites of the Great Millstone doctrine, is the salvation. But you have to call, first and foremost, it's only for the Israelites, and you have to be teaching in those names, which is only for the Israelites. All right. So let's go to Romans chapter 11 and verse 1. I say then, hath Yahweh cast away his people? Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shah forbid, for I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. Salvation is based off the seed. All right. Salvation is based off of a bloodline. All right. It's based off of the seed. Let's look at this word seed right here. And the Greek word for seed is sperma, G4690. All right. So sperm. Salvation is based off of the sperm of the Israelites. Okay. Verse 2. Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shah power had not cast away his people, which he foreknew. Want ye not what the scripture said of Elias, how he make an intercession to Yahweh against Israel, saying, Lord, they have killed the prophets and digged down our altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life. Give me a second. All right, so let's go to the next precept. Just landing back in off this word seed. For I am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham of the tribe of Benjamin. Salvation is based off of your lineage, your pedigree, all right, your genealogy. So this is Romans chapter 9 and verse 4. Who are Israelites? Let's start at verse 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach Yahweh for my brethren, for my kinsmen, according to the flesh. All right, so who are Paul's kinsmen, his kinfolk, according to the flesh? Who are Israelites? All right, to whom pertaineth the adoption, so being brought back, being redeemed to Yahweh through Yahweh Shah. That's for the Israelites. The glory, which is the kingdom, is for the Israelites. The covenants, the first and second covenants, were and are for the Israelites in the giving of the law. The priesthood, well, the giving of the law for the Israelites in the service of Yahweh. That's the priesthood. That's for the Israelites in the promises. All right. That's also for the Israelites. And that encompasses everything that salvation teaches, okay, and the scriptures teach, which are only for the Israelites. Who are the fathers, of whom, as concerning the flesh, Hamashiach, Yahweh came, who is over all, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh blessed forever. Amen. All right. So who did Yahweh come for? To give all of these, well, basically salvation. The Israelites. All right. The Israelites. So let's go here real quick. This is Acts chapter 26. Let's see. This is Acts 26 and 6. And now I stand and am judged for the hope of the promise made of Yahweh unto our fathers. Who are our fathers? The Israelites, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Unto which promise our 12 tribes, instantly serving Yahweh day and night, hope to come. All right, so who hope for the promises to come? The 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. For which hope's sake, King Agrippa, I am accused of the Jews. So those was different Israelites that knew that they was Israelites, still under the influence of the first covenant. Salakia, still under influence of the first covenant, not believing in salvation through Yahweh Shai, but believing in salvation through the law. All right, which is impossible, because it would take for us to keep the law perfect. And only Yahweh Shai did that. Therefore, meaning salvation is through faith in Yahweh Shai. So this is where this lesson came from. This is Jeremiah 33. And let's see. Uh, 19. And the word of Yahweh came unto Jeremiah, saying, Thus said Yahweh, if ye break my covenant of the day and my covenant of the night, and that there should not be day and night in their season, then may also my covenant be broken with David my servant, that he should not have a son to reign upon his throne, and with the Levites the priests my ministers. So where is David's throne established? Okay, in the sons of David, which are the Israelites, to reign upon his throne. Okay, those are not the so-called small hats, the so-called Jewish people today. All right, because when David ruled, he ruled over all 12 tribes and had the heathen in captivity. So seeing that the JOOs and the small hats are only one so-called one tribe of the nation of Israel, which they're not, they're Edomites. Where are the rest of the tribes? As the host, see, when you come to biblical prophecy, you Christians and you small hats cannot stand. You have no leg to stand on when it comes to prophecy, and you can't prove what you're doing in the earth with prophecy. Prophecy does not hold true to what you're doing on the earth. All right, verse 22. As the host of heaven cannot be numbered, neither the sand of the sea measured, so will I multiply the seed of David, my servant, and the Levites that minister unto me. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came to Jeremiah, saying, Consider thou not what this people have spoken, saying the two families which Yahweh have chosen, he had even cast them off. And this is what you Edomite Christians say, and our people ignorantly following you say that, well, that was the old covenant people was for the Israelites, but the new covenant was open unto all people. So now it's spiritual Israel. So you're saying pretty much that the Lord cast off his chosen people. And now everyone that believes on Yahweh is chosen. All right, let's see what the scriptures say. These two families which Yahweh had chosen, which are the southern and the northern kingdom, he had even cast them off. Thus they have despised my people, that they should be no more a nation before them. And this is the so-called white man's and these other nations, that's the leaders of these other nations, their true intentions to cut us off from being a nation of people. Thus said Yahweh, if my covenant be not with day and night, and if I have not appointed the ordinances of heaven and earth, then will I cast off the seed of Jacob and David my servant, so that I will not take any of his seed to be rulers over the seed of Abraham or Isaac or Jacob. For I will cause their captivity to return and have mercy on them. All right, so the mercy is preserved for the Israelites. All right, so let's read this, Jeremiah 31 and 35. Thus said Yahweh, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof roar. Yahweh of hosts is his name. If those ordinances depart from before me, said Yahweh, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me. All right. So if the sun, the moon, and the stars stop shining and stop doing their jobs, then there will be no more Israelites. So seeing that we still have the sun, the moon, and the stars, the Most High chosen people are still on this earth and counted as his chosen people. If those ordinances depart from before me, say Yahweh, then the seed of Israel shall cease from being a nation before me. Thus said Yahweh, if the heaven above can be measured and the foundation of earth searched out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, said Yahweh. So if Esau can explore the universe and go up to the moon and bullshit like that, and go to the depths of the sea, then the Lord would break his covenant with the Israelites and not have them reign on the planet Earth. All right. So seeing that Esau can't do this, the Israelites are going to rule the planet Earth, setting up the throne of David. Verse 38. And this is what we see being built right now with the great awakening of the Hebrew Israelites, calling themselves after the 12 tribes of Israel. What other nation of people or what other people are doing this on the earth? This is prophecy being fulfilled. Behold, the days come, said Yahweh, that the city shall be built to Yahweh from the tower of Hanael unto the gate of the corner. The measuring line shall yet go forth over against it upon the hill of Goreb, and shall compass about Goath. Whole valley of the dead bodies and the ashes and all the fields unto the brook of Kidron, unto the corner of the horse gate, towards the east, shall be holy unto Yahweh. It shall not be plucked up nor thrown down any more forever. So this is the everlasting kingdom that's going to be on the planet Earth. All right, so where are the Most High's chosen people at? Because they have a kingdom coming, and that's us. All right, where are they at? Only we are fitting these prophecies. Okay, this is one prophecy, Daniel 7, and let's see, is that Daniel 2 and 44? In the days of these kings, which are talking about the heathen nations outside of the nation of Israel, shall Yahweh of heaven set up a kingdom, and that kingdom is being set up with the Israelites waking up to the truth, which is here at Great Millstone, which shall never be destroyed. See, what you're seeing right now is going to continue to grow. Vocab Malone ain't going to be able to stop this truth, which is the will of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua according to his words and prophecy. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. All right, so who's going to do the breaking of these other nations? Yahushua. For the Israelites, which he's an Israelite. Ultimately, it's for Yahweh. All right. So let's see real quick. Let me see. Yup. This is Ezekiel chapter 37 and verse 15. The word of Yahweh came again unto me, saying, moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel his companions. And this stick, when you go into it, is, what is that? Itaza? I believe so. And it goes into a wood, all right? A plural sticks. Let's see. A stick of wood. It's pretty much a stick of wood, right? Or a plank. It says, for Judah and for the children of Israel his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it, for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, for all the house of Israel, the northern kingdom, and his companions, the rest of the northern kingdom. So you got Judah and his companions, the rest of the southern kingdom, Benjamin and Levi, and Ephraim, and the rest of the northern kingdom. These are the two nations that are still here on this planet Earth, and there's a stick with their names on it. All right. And what that stick is the sign that we have the 12 tribes chart. All right. Verse 17, and join them one to another in one stick, and they shall become one in thy hand. 1 second. And that's what the world is witnessing. The 12 tribes chart, all these Israelites put together on one chart. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these? Because this will be a new sign. All right. Never did the world know that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans was the 12 tribes. In history, all right, whether you want to go to the Assyrian, the Babylonian, the Persian, the Medes, the Greeks, the Romans, we knew that we was Israelites, so we didn't need a 12 tribes chart. All right, this is happening in these last days. Biblical prophecy times that we're reading about in the scriptures is happening right now. All right, we're living in prophecy. And it reads, give me 1 second. Right, a little cold. Ezekiel 37 and 17. And join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in our hand. All right, we read 18. Wilt thou not show us what thou meanest? Because this is a new thing in this biblical prophecy. Say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and will put them with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in my hand. All right. And that's what we see with the camp set up. They have the 12 tribes chart. And the stick whereon thou writest shall be in thy hand before their eyes. And say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whether they be gone, and will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land. And this is what we're telling our people. We're giving them the truth. We're giving them their nationality. We're giving them the names. We're giving them the true understanding of the scriptures. And we're telling them the kingdom of heaven is at hand, which is the Israelites are going to be saved by Yahweh and taken to their rightful territory and heritage, which is the land of Israel. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all, which is King David. And they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all. Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols. No more will believe in Jesus Christ and Islam and the spiritual and the forefathers and all that bullcrap. Neither with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions, but I will save them out of their dwelling places wherein they have sinned, and I will cleanse them, so they shall be my people, and I will be their power. So the Lord is going to take us back to the land by Yahweh and the angels. So the small hats don't fit this prophecy. Okay. And David, my servant, shall be king over them. And where is King David? Over there in the land of Israel. All right. King David should be ruling over there, right? And they all shall have one shepherd. They shall also walk in my judgments and observe my statutes and do them. So where are the Israelites? The prophecy proves who the Israelites are. And it proves who are not the Israelites. And they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt. And they shall dwell therein, even they and their children, and their children's children forever. And my servant David shall be their prince forever. All right. And that's pretty much it. Hey, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to read this last verse. And the heathen shall know that I, Yahweh, do sanctify Israel, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forever. All right. And these small hats, they don't even keep the law, statutes, and commandments. And the world is not in fear of the small hats, because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh spirit is on them. All right. They're the wicked that the Bible speaks of, and the world is looking at them as such. All right, especially us Israelites that are waking up to this truth. But with that, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops. Peace, blessings, salutation to the elect. Shalom.